Boa University, Become a Boa Breeder, Episode 1.
All right, yeah. How to start breeding boas? That's a really good question. It's not easy to answer it, at least not like in a really short sentence. So basically, first of all, at least in my opinion, you need to be experienced. So you should definitely have had reptiles for a longer period of time. You should have been keeping boas for a couple of years. And really do the research. Like you need to understand how the genetics work. If you do not put in the work for this, it will be really painful in the beginning, because when you don't know what to put together and with what kind of combos it's worth working with. You will have a hard time. You will be happy about your first litter, and then you will be crying in the end because you have a bunch of babies and you're not able to sell them, and you will start questioning it. So it's better to questioning it and educate yourself before you get started. There are a couple of really nice books that are worth reading about the whole topic. I mean, obviously the internet is full of possibilities. It's always worth to check out www.imperatormorphs.com, because you can also see some of the genetics and how they work explained there, like what's happening when you're breeding a recessive animal to a recessive animal. What does it mean to have 100% head, or to breed a 66% head to a 66% head? What is the potential outcome? Those are very important things to understand. And it will definitely make your life way easier, and it will be more fun. In general, this is my opinion after all those years of breeding beautiful boas. I completely understand why it is a bit of a thrill. It's exciting to breed boas, to have babies, to see babies being born. It's an amazing experience. But it is not meant to be with all the animals that are out there. Especially over the past couple of years, there have been so many litter produced, so many babies produced, a crazy mix of pos heads, and sometimes you don't even know what kind of genetic is in the animals that you are working with, and you end up being surprised. Sometimes it's a positive surprise, but more often it's more of a negative surprise. So all in all, do the research. You should have experience in keeping boas when you get started. And then, in my opinion, you should check what kind of combinations, what kind of combos are out there. What do you like? Because in my opinion, it doesn't make sense to breed animals you don't like the appearance, but you just want to have some potential high-end animals that you can sell. I only produce what I really love. So however, settle down for combos that you like, and in my opinion, it is the best way to go in the direction of multi-recessive animals. That really is the project is way harder to start with. You need more animals, that's for sure, but it will pay out for sure. For example, let's talk about labbies or motley. When they popped up, incomplete dominant traits, they are fantastic, because you will see a very quick success when breeding them, but so do all the others that are working with them. So for example, with the labbies, this is why I'm recommending combining labbies with as many recessive genes as possible, because producing a plain labbie or a hypolabby is so easy. And this is what you see right now, that some people have been producing dozens of litter with those labbies, And once again, pick out multi-recessive combos. For example, like a red dragon leopard. So you have the blood, you have the leopard, you have the albino. So it's a triple recessive gene. Then you can even add the hypo, or you can add the labby on top of that. But it is, in general, really tricky to get to these multi-recessive genes to have the visuals, to see the phenotypes. But this is a beautiful thing, because it is quite challenging to get to those results. It is rewarding in the end if you focus on something like this. So this is at least what I would do. Do the research, be experienced, then settle for a couple of combos that you want to aim for. And also, and I think barely anyone is thinking about this when you just think about how to be successful breeding Boas, but you should also spend some time in how to distribute the Boas later on. Like, do you already have an account on Morph Market? Do you have a website? Do you have Instagram, social media, whatever? Do you have like following? Can you reach out to people? Do people know who you are? Because it's like when you start reaching out to people, when you start posting, when you start creating content, or you just start thinking about it as soon as the babies are born, it's more or less too late. So it's better to start building up a following, having a website. And yes, I'm still 100% sure having a website is a must. Do not rely on social media. Social media can ban animals, for example, like in a blink of an eye. Having a website that you can be found on Google is a must, in my opinion. So, and like all these things, and of course, you have the distribution ways in place. That's awesome. You also need the capacity to keep the baby Boas for at least 12 months. Better to aim for 1.5 years. You cannot expect that the animals will be sold the moment that you are posting them. This is not how it works. So there's the whole thing, like when you look at Imperator Morphs, it says with passion and patience, and it really is this. If you're not passionate about the animals that you are working with, and you don't have the patience, the best thing you can do is just stop. And don't do it, because you definitely need patience. We just have been talking about this yesterday when I was so excited. I had my first corn snakes. It's been my first snakes ever. And I was able to see the first clutch. It was just a couple of eggs. It was during my university years. And yeah, then I had like baby corn snakes popping out. It's probably like 20 years ago now. And it's been 100% het albino corn snakes. And even 20 years ago, it was nothing special at all. So I was offering them for 15 euro each. And the guys even started negotiating with me and really wanted to, pay $5 for an animal that I really put in some work to get them start to feed, etc., etc. So it was a crazy experience to see them hatch, but on the other hand, it was really frustrating in the end, and I never did it again. So be experienced, you need to do the research, you need to have the distribution ways in place, you need to have the space and the money to take care of the animals for at least 1.5 years. And if you combine this and you stick to multi-recessive combos, you can still combine them with incomplete dominant one. That's nothing wrong about that. But if you do this and you start with one breeding group and you not try to have like immediately 20 morphs at once, I think this is the most promising way to have successful litter. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you have not done it yet. We also do have an Instagram channel. We are on Facebook, so check it out and leave a comment below if you have any questions or what is the best approach in your way and what is your opinion if I might have been missing out on a topic. And stay tuned for episode 2.